Hey everyone, and welcome back. I am in a new setting again. I am back at my apartment for college, and it is good to be back, but it is really hot in here because I turned off the air so that it wouldn't make a loud noise in the background. So if you see a little sweat on my brow, that is why. So today we have another Top 5 Wednesday, and I'm really excited about this topic because I could talk for hours about tropes that I hate. I have read quite a few young adult romance novels, and I've seen quite a few of these similar tropes appear that I wish would disappear. So here we go. So number 5 for tropes that I hate is Instalove. I do not like when a character lays their eyes on another character for the first time and they're just swept away without getting to know the person or having to overcome some sort of struggle in order to be in love or have a relationship. I like my characters to be a little bit more complicated and have to grow together, like as a couple, and not just be in lovey-dovey right away. So number 4 for me is stereotypical side characters. I like side characters that have really complex stories as well because they make up your main character's life and their friends and their family, so they should be interesting as well. So if you have a stereotypical like sassy best friend who serves no other meaning than to be like the comedic relief and there's not really much to her, she's very two-dimensional, then I'm not as into your books. Or the book that has like a sassy best friend or harsh parents without any sort of like explanation as to why they are the way they are. Oh, and that also goes for villains. Like if a villain is just a baddie to be a baddie, I don't like it quite as much as if you can somehow like explain how they became the way they were or why they are motivated to be bad or do the certain things that they do. I like the villain a lot more as well. Number 3 for me is poorly executed love triangles or forced love triangles. Actually, I really do like a good love triangle, and the perfect example of that for me are the Throne of Glass books by Sarah J. Maas. She does the love triangle really well, and when it's done really well, I like it and I think it's exciting. If it's really forced and it feels like there's definitely a favorite and the second person is just kind of around to create tension, then I'm not as into it. I don't find it believable. For number 2, I'm just gonna call this new moon syndrome, and what I mean by that is the lull in the second book of a trilogy. This is pretty common. The main character gets left by her dream guy and she has to cope without him. And I hate the books where she's without the guy and she just cannot function without him, cannot live or breathe without him. And I just am not a fan of that, and I know that is common in a lot of trilogies that have love triangles or love interests. They're separated at some point, but if they can function by themselves, they can still miss them, but if they can still do what they were setting out to do without the guy, then I will enjoy it. If they are non-functioning, then I will hate it. My number 1 trope that I hate is the boy saves the girl from herself with a sweeping romance. So what I mean by that is this girl was having problems or she was struggling with something at the beginning of the book, and then a boy comes, sweeps her off her feet, and all of her problems are solved. That is just not realistic at all. I want to see more books. I said this in my Finding Audrey review. I want to see more books where a girl can come to her own conclusion that things should change, or like they can be their own, they can help themselves, and it's fine to have a romantic attachment there, like with you, like helping you along, but if they're the reason that you're getting better, like that the person in the book is like magically healed and functioning again, I hate that. I hate that trope. So there we have it. Those were my top 5 most hated tropes. So if you agree with any of them or if you disagree, let's talk about it in the comments and tell me what your least favorite tropes are. I'm actually really curious about this. This group was created by Ginger Reads Lainey, And if you are interested in becoming a part of Top 5 Wednesday, I have the Goodreads group link down below so you can get involved. So as always, thank you guys for stopping by my little book nook of the internet, and I will see you next time. Bye.